Ever Sharp, Walter Swinburn. 3, Governor General, Steve Cawthon. 7, Sharp Romance, Richard Quinn. 9, Glyphada from France, written by Freddie Head. 10, the odds-on favourite, Gallic League, written by Michael Hills. 11, Oakworth from the North, written by Nicky Norton. And 12, Blues Indigo, Robert Curant. And here's
League, the odds-on favourite, but easing a little. It would open at 7-4 on, is now 13-8 on. Glyphada is 7-2. Governor General 6-1. Chilibang and Blues Indigo 16-1. Ever Sharp and Oakworth 33-1. And finally Sharp Romance is 66-1.
Record here of the 5 furlongs is in fact pretty fast for such a stiff 5. It's 59.1 seconds, and the fastest a horse has ever run this actual race is 59.28 seconds, and that was last Haiku. But we've got the ground today and we've got some very fast horses. I wonder if that record's going to go here. We're looking at number 1, Chilibang, the 16-1 shot. The one thing he's going to do is love today's fast ground. He's a useful sprinter who's won 8 of his 22 races, nearly all on galloping tracks. Last time out he finished 3rd. That was behind Handsome Sailor at Sandown 18 days ago. He had Ever Sharp and Oakworth behind him in 5th and 6th places. Well, strictly on the book, he should hold them again today. And that's the mount of Willie Carson, trained by John Dunlop, who are bidding for a double here. And that's number 1, Chilibang.
And Oakworth, instead, is on 50-1. Gallic League, the favourite, 11-8 on, but it's drifting all the time. Glyphada 7-2, Governor General 5-1, Chilibang and Blues Indigo 16-1, Ever Sharp 40-1, Oakworth 50-1, and Sharp Romance 100-1.
And we've got some real flyers in the early stage. Here's the 3rd favourite at 11-2, Gallic League 13-8 on, Glyphada 4-1, Governor General 11-2, 16-1 bar those 3, and Gallic League is going to need a bit of help to go into the stalls. I think he's just about the last. Here's Peter O'Sullivan.
That's it, they're all in. Under orders, and they're away. Blues Indigo breaks very fast, but Gallic League is the leader. Gallic League from Governor General. Governor General on the near side, Gallic Lead on the far side. Blues Indigo between horses. Oakworth showing very good speed towards the right of the picture in the red hood, and it's Oakworth on the right, who's right up with Gallic League over on the far side. Blues Indigo's with them, and so is Governor General. These 4 are almost in line across course. Over on the far side, Gallic League. In the centre, Governor General. Between them, Blues Indigo, and on the near side, Oakworth. And Glyphada is tracking Governor General. Governor General and Gallic League. There's a little between the two. Governor General on the near side, just the leader now from Gallic League over on the far side. Ever Sharp's putting in a good run over on the far side too. And here comes Chilibang on the near side. Chilibang coming to challenge Governor General. Chilibang going away from Governor General. Another for Willie Carson here. Chilibang strides away from Governor General. Chilibang the winner. Governor General is 2nd and 3rd is Ever Sharp and 4 Glyphada. 5 came Gallic League, the odds-on favourite, and behind them came Oakworth and Blues Indigo and Sharp Romance. And so the result of the 1988 Kingstone Stakes. First number 1, Chilibang, owned by Mrs. H.J. Hines, trained by
Chilibang, but Chilibang with the blinkers is brave enough to do it. Ever Sharp comes with a terrific run on the outside, although the ground was much firmer than he wanted. Now Chilibang bursts his way through to run the race of his life. Steve Cawthon and Willie Carson in terrific battle here. Gallic League drops out completely, a terrific disappointment, and this grey horse forges to the lead to win this valuable sprint, one of the top sprints in Europe, and put up the performance of his life. His first win of the season, the biggest win of his career. Governor General 2nd, Steve Cawthon, Ever Sharp 3rd, and the favourite, a major disappointment. And the head-on view just shows the gap, the steering problems that Willie Carson had. To start with, he looked as though he'd be making his challenge towards the right, but now he decides to challenge on the left of Blues Indigo. And there's not too much of a gap between Blues Indigo, whose rider's whip is in his left hand, and Steve Cawthon on Governor General, whose whip is in his right hand. And Chilibang just pricks his ears though as he sees Steve's whip. But now the gap opens up for him. He goes through it, and he goes through it like a lion. On the left you can see Gallic League, distress signals being shown by Michael Hills, and the horse completely runs into a hole. Walter Swinburn's mount, Eversharp, runs on really well. Governor General battles onto the line, but this is Chilibang's day. He's come from last to first to win the King's Stand Stakes by a length and a half in dramatic stuff.
And a length and a half between second and third as well. Chilibang, who ran in France recently, but ran into appalling conditions there as far as he's concerned, because it was very muddy, and he just likes to hear his feet rattle, which they certainly did enough to do. Very effective horse when he's got conditions in his favor is by Formidable, out of Chili Girl, who was by Skymaster. And a very creditable winner. So Willie Carson also on the 3-winner mark, like Pat Edery, Tony Ives, Greville Starkey and Michael Roberts. And the starting prices on the King's Stand Stakes as follows.
First, number 1, Chilibang, 60.